Hey everyone, it's Shay Seeking, and I'm back. And so, um, yeah. So again, I guess that okay. I mean, I was just gonna come on here and tell y'all about a funny story, right? Okay, but this is how things just be happening, right? So I'm guessing, right? So I'm just reading the scripture, right? And I'm looking at how these fools want to try to um expose God's secrets, right? So we're gonna have some fools out there that's gonna think that they exposing God in certain times in this text in First Corinthians, right? Chapter 4. These fools think that they are exposing God's secrets, right? But these things that they don't know. See, because they don't study the scripture. They don't know exactly what they're doing because they don't study the scripture. So, two things. Because source just tell me, look, right? So again, since everybody wants to know what's going on in people's lives so that they can steal information from them, become and try to be them, copycat, right? It's that copycat spirit, dude. People hating, they envious, they jealous. Especially some of these goddesses out here. They should be ashamed of themselves. Smiling your face all the time, they want to take your place. This is what they do. It's their profession. Some of these motherfuckers will threaten or feel or attempt to make you feel like they'll kill you over your position, right? On the throne. Sometimes they acting like they helping you get on one when really they just but we're gonna use the word like I said. You can go back and watch the again, you can read First Corinthians chapter 4, or there's a video being uploaded if it's not uploaded before this one that shows how God is a couple steps amongst these people. I'll let it speak for itself. We'll let the word speak for itself. So anyhow, I was gonna start off by telling you guys a story about. So I went today to drop off my family at the fireworks, right? So I don't celebrate, right? I there was my daughter was telling me something about an invite to a cookout or something like that or whatever. But I've been in a sense or a spirit of just sticking to myself lately. You know, I just been sensing this in my soul tribe. I feel confirmed it that it's just not good. It's just not a good time, right? You got a lot of people that's hating out there. You got a lot of people making threats out there. You got a lot of people that want to come for see people's thrones out there, especially the ones that's professionals at getting them. They take advantage of the fact that you are someone that has been sitting here for a certain purpose and that you put your time or most of your time into that. And so they feel like they can run rampant and do whatever they want, not knowing who is the one who helped them get the corn in the first place. Is it not God? Who and what helped them get the land in the first place? Was it not God? All right. So that's what the whole chapter of chapter 4, First Corinthians is talking about. All right. And it's just so funny because we're going to use the word to just everything they doing. We're going to use the word to go ahead and counteract with what they doing and what they saying. And you'll be able to see the real snakes in the grass and see they're real upset because we have been bringing forth information in the biblical text and with other stuff to prove that these people have been doing the things that they have been doing, but they have larger platforms and they also know how to go on other people's platforms with. Now, again, this is something I read, and I'm just thinking, why YouTube playing with my algorithm like this? Why you playing with my algorithm like this, putting people that I don't even watch in my algorithm? So I actually hit on a video. I couldn't see, there was no faces, no names, no nothing like that. I accidentally hit, I was scrolling up and I hit on a video. And it's like 1:00 in the morning, and it was alive, right? So I said, people got time to be up here at 1:00 in the morning, laughing and giggling and thinking they doing a smear campaign on the chosen, right? Possibly even God himself or herself. I just can't take it. I can't. And I'm just thinking like, dang, you really ain't paying attention. You don't know what's going on and what they trying to do behind the scenes because you ain't really worried about none of these people. You standing in your square, you sitting on your throne, and you just watching from above, right? You watching from above. I'm telling you, it's so funny how the word is set up to help us see. The word is set up. These people ain't got nothing better to do. And, they go on platforms that's already big platforms. So they can hurry up and share the word so they can try to make it look some kind of way, right? And again, what I do is stick to myself because I can trust myself at the end of the day. Came in here with myself and with my, well, I don't want to say genius, okay? I was just, because it's a breakdown, I did a breakdown of genius, but it was another term that led me to realize that this is something that people, or a demon, I think I was doing a breakdown on demon. And again, that's something totally different, but what I'm trying to say, right, is that these people, and this is the thing that it was talking about this loftiness and these people exalting themselves higher than the throne of God. They're trying to exalt themselves higher than the throne of God. And they're doing dirty work underneath the table. And every time God brings something to show them what they're doing, instead of repent what they do, they go even harder. And you could just tell by the content that they worried, that they scared, that they mad, that they jealous, that they envious, that they want to try to smear somebody. They want to try to drag somebody's name through the mud. Somebody they don't even know. What you so mad for? No, because I wonder if they're being 100% honest as to how they do know you. See? How deep is they love? Who are these people? It's almost remind me, especially even when it's female energy. It almost remind me of somebody that like you on the playground, at school, in elementary school, all the way up until middle school. And they like to try to play these games to try to get your attention, right? Right? And when everybody looking, they're like, "Nuh-uh, I wasn't doing that. She ugly anyway." When they know good and well they're going to be trying to sit next to this girl in the classroom. You know what I'm saying? So it's just so funny. It's just so funny. It remind me of this meme somebody put up the other day. Said it had these three girls, like these three women or whatever, on one side that said they was looking over at the Empress talking about, you can't sit with us. And she basically looking back at them like, who the hell? And I never said I wanted to. You see what I'm saying? Like this whole mentality that I feel like is going on. These people it's kind of like rats in the race, right? It's this syndrome going on, and I just can't quite put my finger on it, or I couldn't until I got up in them scriptures and told me exactly what I'm about to be dealing with. Told me exactly that the warfare has been amplified. It has been amplified because of the wickedness that some of these people are doing. A smack in the face to the very entity that brought them out of Egypt, that showed them the ways. And you can see when you start calling some disturbance when it comes to the word and when it comes to righteousness and when you start to tell your story. Because the whole time you didn't know people was telling your story behind the scenes. And your friends and your family, your co-workers, all these people, well, damn, I ain't got no co-workers. I can't even say church members. I can say the members of the body. Whole time. So obviously there's definitely what do you call it? Some form of a head start, right? And again, you have to wonder who is putting these people in these certain positions. Where did these people come from? Where did they come from with all this knowledge and all this information? Is it something that flows through them naturally? Or is this something they had to go to man and his law to study? See, because in the scriptures, it says that the laws of this world and the ways of this world are silly to God. See, so it's the same thing. The world looking at us saying what we saying is ridiculous and we crazy and it's silly. Whole time we looking back at this system saying some of this is silly. Look at these face masks. But see, these people want to bring me out of character. See, and that's why I'm trying to keep my, I'm trying to keep my cool, keep my composure, and not use too many words that I don't really want to use on this platform anyway, out of respect. So, so what I'm saying is these people are going to be depending on man's law and his ways. And again, so what are they going to do? They're going to do the works of man. They're going to do the works of their daddy, the one that put them in the place that they in order to try to slander and to smear the righteous. Yeah, spy and all this other stuff, right? But who gave them the certain intelligence, right? Is this some natural intelligence? Hey, if it is, then that's work of dog. But if this is some kind of intelligence for people that have been spotted on platforms, speaking of these very presidents, see, they want to try to be hypocrites about certain things. Whole time these people want to be backing and speaking positively or at all about candidates. Same time these candidates is in office, these people on the news speaking to them, and then they also trying to put dirt on the name of the children of God or God himself or Christ, which is God. So again, they had help from God to have anything that they're going to have, even on this realm. But they also had help from their daddy, who is Satan. And I don't even like to use that term, so I'm going to go ahead and take that back. And I want to use another term. I want to use another term that I really, can't find right now. Oh, there's something else that they call him. And matter of fact, I'm going to look at it because that's what I'm going to start using from now on. That's what I'm going to start using from now on. But again, just to keep it in layman's terms, how it says that you are like your father from the start or something like that. And so again, we have to realize that we live in a time in this worldly realm when things have been flipped upside down, when some people have been given a certain advantage, right? And some of us just have to work hard from the bottom. And the whole time we working from the bottom, we got these particular people that look like us is one thing that I like to bring up in the community. To stop that white folks this. No, partner. You need to be paying attention to people that look like you right now. You need to be paying attention to them and them. You need to just be paying attention to people because of their works, their deeds, their works, and their ways. If the ways is messy, if they always got to have a large platform and go on other platforms to talk their stuff, that's something else. See, because again, I have my one platform that I try to do everything I do from, right? So the whole time you're trying to do something in righteousness, you're being shadow banned. Your information is being shared with people that don't like you, that despise you, that envy you, that hate you. They mad because whatever they took or had come to them, maybe even, we won't go there, that have come to them, sometimes end up leaving them, and they want to blame other people, but it's really their ugly ways that they need to repent. They need to look away. And again, if they don't think that they need to, they don't need to. But in this case, they should. In this case, they should. People is miserable right now. And I know why they miserable. They know why they miserable. Is they going to be honest about why they miserable? Or do they just talk about why they really miserable on other platforms? Behind the scenes. See? So I ain't going to let nobody get me all up out of my character. But I have the right to defend myself. I have the right to defend myself to a certain extent. I have the right to tell my story on my platform. They're trying to do everything that they can to try to get me off my square. And a beautiful woman on here told me, said a quote earlier. It was the first time I heard it. And I'm like, you know what? That it just about sums up my day. And I found out that somebody that used to annoy me a little bit, I used to look at her as messy when I used to watch that show. But then, there was always something about her that I could respect. Even though if I thought she was messy or she had a way, it was something about her that I could still respect. Was that Kenya Moore? It was a quote from her, and it said, "Don't come for me unless I call for you." But these people can't keep my name out their mouth. They can't keep it out of their mouth for nothing. And I can't believe that I'm just now even coming aware of this. So again, you're going to find that you run into times where it's hard. It feels like everything, the whole world is on your shoulders. The whole world is on your shoulders. And they ain't just sitting there. They dancing around. They tap dancing on your you know what. But you don't give up. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want you to do. And every time you get back up, you know what? See, and that's what's going to make me get on this video and get on this camera every day and just keep on smiling and keep on doing what I'm doing. Because I know you watching. You've been watching all this time. Been a fan for a very long time. Been a fan for a very long time. And I didn't even know I had any fans. Because I walk with everybody on my platform, but I'm just now finding out that I got a fan. Or two. Or more. And it's funny we're going to use the term fan because it's almost like that's what they want to do. They want to use something to move about something to try to kick up some kind of dust or some kind of smell. And I wonder, do people got just better things to do? I couldn't believe it when I first heard it. When excuse me, the ancestors started telling me to be quiet, listen. What is these people saying when they saying this stuff? Didn't you just say this just a little while ago? How's somebody saying something you saying in the privacy of your own home on one of their YouTube videos? What the heck is going on? Is you paying attention? And at the end of the day, I'ma still do me. I can't have no privacy in my own home. You want to be mad at me about what I say and what I do in my own home? Whatever they doing to me, they about to get it back 10 times. They're going to get it back 10 times worse. And I know I can't be the only one. And the reason why I'm speaking on this is because I don't like that. I like for people to, know that what they do to affect people. Now, I may be one way. But I know that there's so many people out there. Because I'm starting to link up with them. Listen to their stories. There's so many people out there that is being treated in this manner. It's just so many ugly things that's going on in this world. That you would think that people had better things to do with themselves. And they like to be sneaky about it. They don't want to put it on their platform. No. Most time they go to other people's platform to act a fool. See? Because a lot of people can't stand on their own ground and talk like they do. Nah. That, remind me of them people that had to, they hit somebody, want to fight with somebody, hit somebody, and then run back toward the crowd. They got all their cousins with them, so they run back toward the crowd. And when the person run up on them, they all jump them. You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of behavior you got going on these days. And really, if people just be honest with themselves, they know why they mad. And most times the other person don't even know nothing about it. They don't know nothing about these people. They don't know nothing about the people that know something about them. But since you want to sit there and try to expose somebody and look up into their life, you done let the wrong people in. You done let people in that now seeing somebody that you done put up in front of here. And you mad because some of these people more interested in those people than they interested in you. Because you want to be messy. So a lot of these things we bring on ourselves by trying to harm other people and end up harming ourselves. And then once we down in the pit, we want to go ahead and come back up and reach for the people that we tried to put in the pit. But they can have that. They can have that. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I'm going to speak up about something that I don't like. And anybody that have a problem with that, that's too bad. That's too bad, because there's too many good people out there being done this way by people that ain't worth nothing. They may look like they about something, but they ain't nothing. And Source is going to show them how they ain't really nothing. And how they didn't get what they got alone. Because same way Source can give it, it can be taken away. There's people out there wishing on your life, sending out people out. You see what I'm saying? To try to put fear and strife in your heart. And it's so shocking to me. Like, I'm just now, like I said, hearing of these particular things that people are doing. I've known for a very long time that it was going on. I didn't want to say if it was going on, but there's so many things that are pointing to it now. There's so many things that are pointing to it now. And Source said, you know what? Sometimes you ain't got to have all the facts, but you got to stand up for yourself. And when I'm talking about Source, yes, I'm talking about the Most High, okay? Some will say and again, these all mean something different to different people. I'm just saying, for somebody like me, as a collective, I seek all things on this plane and off this plane. Meaning spiritually. To try to get an understanding. We'll never know everything. Right? But we can have a sense of knowing. And as long as I'm not on here slandering anybody, putting anybody's name or information or personal information out there. Again, I'm not messy like that. Some people do things like this, right? But some people, respect that even when the other person don't deserve it. And the reason why I'm speaking on these particular things is because, it's just time for me to voice portions of my story to help other people that may be going through these things. Okay. And I feel like things, people thinking it's a game and stuff getting too close for comfort. And when strange things start happening around you and the people in front of you showing you their hands, it's time. It's time. It's time to speak up. Because the thing is, they ain't going to come for you directly. This is a direct message. But they ain't going to come for you directly. And the way these people think they so crafty, they so smart. They want you to slip up and say something about their name or something so they can try to do something. They so crafty. They think you stupid. They want to make you so mad that you put a picture or something in the video. Stuff like that. So anyways, I had to be the designated driver today to drive my family to the fireworks, right? And so I've been having this uneasy feeling, right? So anyways, whole time we on the way. Oh, excuse me. The whole time we on the way. Yeah, I think it was on the way. My daughter was saying, oh, what is 4th of July, all these things or whatever, because they had already been mad at me because I told them I wasn't getting out. I had to drive because, I was the only one that could drive. But that I didn't want to go to them and why I didn't want to go. And so I explained to her that I had known that I don't celebrate, and I knew a little bit about the 4th of July, but that a friend of mine, I was a little bit amazed that when a friend of mine, again, a soul sibling of mine, I'd rather look at it that way, or look at people in that sense that I connect with, had shared a video about certain groups, okay, that this war was lit. So again, it gave me a better sense of an understanding of, again, as a whole, what we're talking about here. So again, I want to go ahead and, hopefully one day have some time to sit down and see if we can find something in the text that correlates or something with that may be able to give us more understanding. But was telling me about a certain tribe or whatever. I think it was the Chickamauga, and I don't like to slaughter the names, but I think it was a Chickamauga, okay, that were being slaughtered at that time. And it reminded me, and it makes me want to go look and see who they were battling against, what they look like, what origin and region and stuff like that, because it almost is reminding me of what's going on again amongst the community today. Because some people have a sense of entitlement, and they think that they look at features and things like this, not realizing that they have even similar features of people that came into this land later than the actual people that they're talking against came into the land. And the people that came into the land, the people that they want to exclude from the land, have pyramids on this landmass that are older than more than all of the pyramids in the world. So again, let's think about that again. Before borders. I'm going to start calling it that. Before borders. Okay, so that's what we're going to call it. Before the borders. So anyways, again, it's like 2:00 in the morning and I'm so tired, y'all. And my voice is gone. But so yeah, anyways, long story short, I had to be the designated driver. So I take them down to to the lake. And I'm sitting in this parking lot. Now, they did have places you can pay to park or whatever, but I wasn't going with them down to the lake, so I just decided to sit in some parking lot. It didn't have a sign or anything, right? It didn't say off limits. Matter of fact, one part said that it was off limits. The other part, and matter of fact, I think he got me. Wow. Okay, one part said this is the parking for the building, and then the other part just said it was visitors parking. And so I'm parked there, and I'm just sitting there. I'm just chilling, listening to music, just zoning out. And all of a sudden, somebody pulls up in a truck behind me, and so the guy is like the bed of the truck is like, oh man, what can I say? The bed of the truck was what was directly behind my truck. So he had a pickup truck and I had a truck, a SUV truck. And so the bed of the truck is behind my car, totally, like blocked in, right? And so I'm sitting here for a second. I'm like, oh, maybe that's just somebody sitting there. Maybe they're just sitting there because, they're just waiting for somebody or something. And there's nowhere else to park. And so after a while, he come out, walk forward. Excuse me. He comes out of the truck, walks about 5 feet in front of the truck like he's about to go off across the street and down to the lake. And then he turned around and went back to the truck. Then he came back out again and then went back to the truck. The third time, he sat in there for a second, so I waited. By the time I turned around, I seen him like at the like it was 2 cars down or whatever. He came. It was like two cars down in the parking lot, and I kind of seen him through the other cars. And then I said, "Excuse me," and he didn't say nothing. It was like he was not looking on purpose, right? And so he walked up a little bit, and I said, "Excuse me," and then nothing. He keep on walking, and I said, "Excuse me, sir." He was like turn around real slow. Like what? I know what the fuck I just did. Oh my God, why did I say it? Okay, I'm trying not to. So I just kind of paused for a second, and I said, "Oh, so about how long do you think you're gonna be?" Well, I don't know. It's my parking spot, and you're in my parking spot. I said, "Oh, well, dang, I didn't see no number. I didn't know. I didn't know I was in nobody's parking spot." But I mean, and he was like, "Well, yeah, where you expect me to park? You could park over here." Because I said, "Well, hold on, really? Listen, if this your parking spot, all you had to do was ask me to move." Well, I'm just saying, listen, we don't even have to. All I'm saying is, all you had to do was ask me to move. Well, and then he said, "Well, will you?" And I said, "Yeah, if it's your parking space, I will move. That's all you had to do is come to me and ask me if I could move my car. I'm just sitting here." And so he comes, moves out the way. I come out of the way. He pulls into the spot. No, and I think that before he did this, he said, "Oh, no, he didn't. He didn't say anything about it." He was like, "Well, that's all I could do. Where else was I supposed to park or whatever?" So then I think he felt bad, right? Because I was just telling somebody, I said, this could have went real left real quick. I know Source got to be working on me. Because it could have, my whole leg, when I said, excuse me, he wasn't listening. My whole body and leg and everything was already up out the car. Like, I know you ain't about to just leave this car right here. Because, it was a little bit of a flashback. But I just said, you know what, I'm about to keep my composure. It's too many people out here. I don't even really want to be around these. And again, I'm just sitting there, okay, we'll keep going. So then he comes, parks the car. I park my car, and he come back. He walked past me and then came back and said, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be." I said, "No, that's fine." No, I said, "No, it's fine. Something." And then he said, "Yeah, because I was about to block you in there. I was going to leave." I said, "Yeah, I know your ass was." So it kind of just turned into like a funny kind of thing or whatever. It really could have went the wrong way or whatever. But, I think he did feel bad that he responded like that. And really all he had to ask, all he had to do was ask. So, I don't know. I just think that was hilarious. But you know what? That was me just saying, this is why I like to be at home. And I'm just sitting here while I'm down there just looking at these people walking past. And, it's just like, man. I just get like, I think it's kind of hard sometimes. Like, and that's the stuff I want to talk about, like on this channel more. And probably just maybe when like I said, when I move to somewhere else. But, it's hard to be someone who is, and I think that this has been something that I feel like I've been going through, but like empower in a sense though. Because for other people, I just think they can't handle that. I think a lot of people, a lot of times we don't as people. And when I say people, I'm talking about me too. Enjoy spending time with ourselves. And for me, it's becoming it's not good to, I don't think, be really obsessed with anything, but it's just becoming a thing, you know. It just takes me so like much deeper. It's just like almost turned into my profession a little bit. And it's just like, I don't know. The whole world might be looking like, that ain't right. This is what you need to do. But I feel like, the way I see it, I'm right where I need to be. I'm right where I need to be. And I'm getting even more grounded. And that's why you're going to get, and I just realized that, hey, that's why, Shalonda. That's what it is. The more grounded and gifted they see you, the more upset they going to be. And you can kind of start seeing the skin start peeling back on the snake. Shedding. They want to show themselves anew because they've been talking all this stuff, and then but they can't take it. They talk it, they dish it, but they can't take it. But then they want to judge everybody else. They want to judge everybody else. It's very disheartening the way that people treat each other. And again, I don't like to. What I like to do is just bring awareness to these things, because I think that we have been so blind to it that you will not be able to see. You know what a true warrior does? A true warrior stands there. If they dish it out, they know they're ready to be able to take it and handle it. They can be mentally stable and handle this particular type of thing. Maybe with a little bit of maybe sometimes with a little bit of fear and grace, right? But then I think that the more I go into the word and the more I go into myself, it's kind of like I'm comforted, like in a sense, and then the ancestors is there to tell me, please, it's all good. Don't even trip. So it's just, I don't know, it's just a beautiful thing just to reflect. A lot of people, or just even self-reflect. A lot of people don't like to do that. A lot, and that's why I tell myself, I pride myself on something like that. Being able to take, I can take constructive criticism, but I can also be one that likes to kind of deal with myself in a sense. Like if I see something in me that's ugly, or if I see, I like try to check myself to a certain extent. I know we can only take it so far when it comes to ourselves, right? But it's a challenge for me now. To really listen more. And I think that was a form of constructive criticism that came from somebody that made me feel some kind of way the first time I heard it. But I said, no, you exactly right. You exactly right. I need to do a lot more listening. A lot more listening. And so again, that's exactly what I did. And a lot of people gonna feel like you walked away or you doing this. And again, sometimes, at some point, it's just so much that you got, in order to save your soul, you got to just, always be able to back up and ground yourself. Because up in this world, just the way we see it, and again, those who are able to see, ain't no joke. It just ain't no joke. And it's about being, preparedness in a sense, and being self-sustainable. I think we make the mistake sometimes of not knowing who your so-called enemies are, and not knowing who are those who are there for you and the ones that are against you. And again, some of us feel like everything and everyone is against you. And if you could still get up every single morning, and something I do is go, when I go in the bathroom and look in the mirror, I smile at myself, because I love myself. No makeup on, no nothing. Ain't even brushed my teeth yet. I'm in the mirror. Just to I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm just looking this, you know, to see if I recognize her still that day or me, you know? And again, I said that like in a kind of whatever kind of way, you know. Um, but people going to, again, take it how they want to take it. They're going to take it behind the scenes and pick it apart. And little do they know in the end, they're going to be breaking their own heart. Mm, 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 mm. I just can't make it my mission to do that to people. I just don't see, you got to wonder what's going on in the minds of these people. Are they even, you know what I'm saying? And what their true intentions is. And why are they so worried about you, you know? And you wonder, all these people that's watching them, they're not worried. They're not wondering why this person is so worried about this other person in that way, in that shape or that manner. This other person, they don't even deal with them. That don't even deal with them. Like that. People like to, they hold on to certain things. I can't live my life like that. I can't live my life like that. So again, every morning I wake up and still I rise. And I'm going to keep on doing that for lifetimes. I feel like I've already been here several, you know. And I feel like that's why, like, at this time, when we're reconnecting with certain soul siblings and tribes or connecting, it's kind of just like, I don't know. Haven't we gotten it together by now to know that unity is key? You don't judge a book by its cover. Or try to change people's character, if that's even a good one, to fit the criteria of what you feel like is right. See, whenever nature and what's natural is being despised, the whole world is going to be sick. Because you can't cure the so-called planet or earth without starting with her children. But they want to make the children of Gaia or Mother Earth seem some kind of way, right? But the Bible say that these people y'all dealing with right now, possibly, I think is what we talking about, do even worse things to you than the heathen. So you best be careful what you wish for. There's a lot of people hurting right now. A lot of people out of money right now. A lot of people with certain connections right now. Be careful. And I will speak to you guys later. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe, and join us in the Facebook group American Aborigines Unchained for more alternative information, past, present, and future. Take care. I can barely keep my eyes open.